So we'll go ahead and work on one of the other rows. So we have this 9 times 10 blank 90. Right. So this one is fairly simple, right? 9 times 10 just equals 90. So we can fill in that equal sign there. Again, I'm sorry about my writing skills, guys. And now we have this last one, and we can do this one from two different directions. I'm going to do it from this row here. So we have 51 equals 66 blank 15. So right off the bat, again, 51 is less than 66. So we know that we're not going to be adding or multiplying by 15. So that leaves us with division or subtraction for this last spot. And 66 divided by 15 is hard, and I don't want to do it. So we're going to try subtraction. 66 minus 15 is going to give us 51. So that's going to work out. And just to check our work here, let's check this last equation. We have 30 minus 13 equals 17, which is true. So that's our first puzzle. Do you guys have any questions?
I have a question. Mason, did you just tell them division was hard and you didn't want to do it?
Yes, those was.
Do you guys think the same thing sometimes? You try to avoid long division? My big kids do all the time. In this case, I think the subtraction worked great.
All right. So we've done the first one. I'm going to scroll down all the way to number 4? Yes, number 4. And we're going to kind of work this one together. So where do you guys want to start? You can raise your hand or type in the chat. Where would be a good place for us to start?
Mason, someone in the chat said top right.
I see that. Moshi says top right. All right. Or top left. Well, we can kind of do both, right? So let's start on the top row. That has the top right and the top left in it. So we see these parentheses, right? That means, one, that means you can't have an equal sign inside the parentheses. And 2, that means we have to do the parentheses first, right? That's our order of operations. So does anybody have any ideas how we want to do this top row? If not, I can kind of help us along a little bit.
Even if it's not the top row, does anyone have a row that they think they know the operation for? You can raise your hand and we can put it in. Okay, Mason, would you like to lead us on one of the circles so we can get started?
Sure. I'll go ahead and get us started. And if while I'm working, you guys come up with an answer, you can go ahead and tell us by raising your hand or typing in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this first row. so we have 7 blank 7, and we have to do that first. And then we have blank 19, blank 18. So I'm looking at this, right? And what are the things we can do to these 7s right away, because they're in the parentheses, sorry. Yeah, we could try 7 times 7, right? So 7 times 7 is 49. But then how do we include the 19 and 18, right? So we would have 49 minus 19, that doesn't get us 18. 49 divided by 19 doesn't get us 18. So I don't think we can complete it that way. And if we put an equal sign here, 19 plus 18 doesn't get us 49, and 19 times 18 doesn't get us 49. So I don't think we can do multiplication. Let's try division then. So 7 divided by 7 would give us 1, right? So then we have to get 19 and 18. If we put the equal sign here in the middle, it would be 19 blank 18 equals 1. That seems to work to me. 19 minus 18 would give us 1. Do you guys think that works? That's what I'm thinking. Great. I'm seeing some heads nod. So now with this top row filled in, right, we have one of the symbols now. Do we have any ideas for how to fill in any of the rest of these? Right, if we go down each column, one of the symbols is filled in, so we've got a little bit of a starting point.
So what I'm thinking is it might be easier if we start the problems or the operations or the equations with the parentheses. Oh, Moshi said something in the chat. 91 divided by 9 equals 91. Then divide by 7 equals 13. Okay, so we can try that out.
Okay. Yep. So we have this 91 divided by 1 already. And then he's saying divide by 7 equals 13. Let's go ahead and make sure that 91 divided by 7 is 13. Again, division is hard. So 91 goes inside the house, 7 on the outside. 7 goes into 9 one time. So then we have this 7, subtract. We have 2 left. We bring down the 1. 7 goes into 21 3 times. That gives us 21. Subtract, and we're at 0. So yeah, great job. That works.
If there are multiple correct answers, will the rest of the puzzle work out?
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to kind of see how that unfolds. That's why I kind of suggested maybe looking at the problems with the parentheses first, because then we know the exact order of which way to work with. And since we know it's not one blank 9 blank 15 equals 150, maybe we can kind of solve around with that. So does anyone have any suggestions at, what might go in that 1 and between that 1 and 9? Okay, let's put it this way. Since we know we have 150, and we have the 15 with the 5, that means we need to multiply the 15 with an even number, right? Because let's think of it this way, like 15 times 2. 15 times 2 gives us 30. So it ends out with a 0. So we're probably going to need an even number to turn out with the 1 and 9. So if we put a multiplication symbol between the 1 and the 9, then that gives us 1 times 9 blank 15. But that's not an even number. So we know it's not going to be multiplication. And if we put a division symbol, it's going to be 1 divided by 9, which gives us 1/9. And I don't think you're going to go into fractions when we get a big whole number. So maybe we can approach it with an addition symbol. Because if we put subtraction, it'll be 1 minus 9, which gives us -8. And I don't want to work with negative numbers either. So I think maybe 1 plus 9. Maybe we can try it 1 plus. Okay, so 1 plus 9 should give us 10. And 10 blank 15 should equal 150. So can anyone solve what 10 blank 15 would give us 150?
Well, we know the number's getting bigger. So do you think, okay, good job. It's in
Good
the chat.
job. Thank you, Moshi and Joshua. So yes, multiplication, and that would work out. So now we have 2 of the columns filled, and so we can try to see if our previous 91 divided by 1 divided by 7 equals 13. Those operations work out with the rest of the problem. Okay, so what we have so far is 4 divided by 4, which should give us 1, plus 3, which should equal 4, blank 3. But we need an equal symbol somewhere, well, an equal sign somewhere. So I don't think our first column will work out with the rest of the problem. So maybe we can kind of rework. What that probably indicates is that first column has multiple answers to it. So we definitely need an equal sign in that first column. So maybe we can switch it around and put the equal sign in the second row. Oh, second row.
Sorry, I know how to count to 2.
Okay. So now we have 91 divided by 1 equals blank. Okay, thank you, Moshi. So yeah, maybe we can try a times there. So that column had multiple answers to it. Okay, so now that we've got that solved, let's try to solve this again. 4 equals 4 plus 3, blank 3. Does anyone know what it is? You can type in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself right now, either or. Four plus 3, blank 3 equals 4. Minus, awesome, Joshua. Yes, so we got a minus sign there. And now we just have our last little circle. So we can go 2 directions, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, we kind of already know what the symbol is because you definitely need an equal sign to make an equation. So we can put an equal sign there, and then we can test our math. So 6 times 6 gives us 36 times 1/3. And if you ever multiply a fraction, that's the same thing as dividing by that number. So 36 would be in the house. Oh, okay, we can multiply it out like that too. So we can multiply straight across, giving us 36 over 3. And that's the same thing as saying 36 divided by 3. So we'll put 36 in the house and 3 on the outside. Oh.
Wait, I bet you know this one. Y'all, what's 36 divided by 3?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No, she said 12 in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat. We got to help Claire out because she can't always see the chat when she is screen sharing. Yeah, it's really hard
Okay,
to read.
Thank you, Moshi. So I think this operation works out. We can try the 43 minus 13 minus 22 just to be safe and make sure that equals 8. Basic subtraction. Mason, do you want to solve it or do you want to let them solve it?
We'll let them work it out and see if they get the same answer as.
Awesome. Can anyone let me know whenever they finish subtracting and make sure it equals 8? Have we found any 8s? Is it correct? Is 43 minus 13? Okay. We got some answers. Minus 3 equals 30. 30 minus 22 is 8. Margot said the same thing. Perfect. So we know this works out. So this puzzle is completed. Okay, now that we've worked out 2 problems, we want to let you guys work out the rest of the problems. Obviously, we're here to help, and then we can go over whichever problems you guys solve just so you can check your answers. Again, a few tips might be to approach any equations that have only one solution. So remember, we have this 91 divided by 1 equals 7 times 13. That row, or that column, it had multiple answers because Moshi tried out a different way and it worked out, but it didn't work out with the problems. So try to find problems with one solution. If we scroll back up to number 1, I don't know if Mason can right now, but can you scroll up? Yeah, if we go back to number 1, the 9 times 10 equals 90, that's a one-way problem that we know will work out. So try to look for those, and then also try to look for anything with parentheses, because then you know what order to work in. So yeah. Also, if you ever need help, don't hesitate to ask. You can private message us if you don't want to let everyone else know. It's totally fine. Oh, Moshi. Okay, let's think of it this way. You said 22 minus 10 equals 12, which is correct. Your math isn't wrong, but you have an equal sign there, so you're going to have to flip one of the two. Maybe you can try adding, because 12 plus 10 should give you 22. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would work out. And then we just need the last one, which should be easy since we don't have an equal sign, meaning we probably need an equal sign. Equal, yep. Okay, 11 plus 3, 14. 54 divided by 9 should give us 6, so that one's completed. Good job. Okay, Mason, Margot said 35 minus 4 minus 37 equals 6. Okay, hold up. Let's think about this for a second. 35 minus 4 should give us 31. But then 31 minus 37 should give us negative 6. So I think you're on the right track, but maybe we need to rework it in a different order.
Moshi dropped something in the chat. He said 6 minus 16 plus 20 equals 6.
Okay, I think we're running into negative numbers again. So let's think about this. 16 plus 20 should give us 36, right? And then but then we have 6 minus 36. 6 minus 36, I don't think it gives us 6. It should give us like negative 24, right? So make sure you have a bigger number minus a smaller number, because none of these numbers are negative, meaning if you have a smaller number minus a bigger number. Oh, it was a division sign. Oh, okay. Joshua said something different. Okay. So maybe we can try Joshua's approach. So it's 16 plus 20. And we could put the division symbol there, right? And put the equal sign there. Oh, maybe I should indicate there. And then Margot, why don't you rework it now that we have an equal sign in a spot? Yeah? Okay. And maybe the rest of you guys can work out different columns and rows while Margot works out the first column. Okay. Margot said 4 plus 37 minus 6. Okay, so 4 plus 37 should give us 41. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I was getting distracted by Moshi's comment. Let's finish this. 4 plus 37 should give us 41. And then minus 6 should give us 35. Great job, Margot. Also, I really like your name.
And the cool space background too. Like,
right.
y'all, bad news. This needs to be the last one that you work out together. The rest you'll have to do on your own because it's about that time to wrap up. So thank you very much for joining us.
Moshi said 20 plus 10 does not equal 15. Where is he getting 20 plus 10? Am I blind? Oh. 20 plus 10 does not equal 15. Okay, 20 plus 10, is Moshi still here? Okay, 20 plus 10 should give us 30. 30 blank 15 blank 2. What are we thinking? I know we know 30, 15, and 2 have something in common, right? Because 15 times 2 gives us 30. So one option may be that it could be 20 plus 10 equals 15 times 2, right? And maybe we can check our answer with the second row since it's really simple. 4 plus 3 should give us 7. 77 blank 11 should equal 7. What are y'all thinking? What's the symbol in between 77 and 11? Times. Most of you said times. Oh, wait. Maybe he said that earlier and I just checked the chat later. 7 equals 77 blank 11. What are we thinking? Okay, well, I know 11 times 7 should give us 77s, and we definitely need a smaller number than 77 and 11. Okay, yeah, Margot said divide. So if we put a division symbol, that would work out, right? And now we just need this bottom circle. So let's try out the one with the parentheses since that might be easier for us. So we know 8 minus 5 equals 3, and 3 times 16 blank 48. And we definitely need an equal sign symbol. So can anyone check to see what 3 times 16 is? Does 3 times 16 give us 48? Oh, awesome. Helen also checked for us and said that 78 divided by 3 divided by 2 equals 13. So we definitely know this problem works out. So we've just completed number 3 also. Great job, guys. Okay, we're running short on time, so we're gonna have to end it here, but you can definitely join us next week. And if you want the answers or like solutions with any of it, just, we can work it out together. Or we'll let you know that so that you can check your answers. Missy, do they get a document of this?
Yes, the parents or whoever, okay, I should say, I'm assuming parent, but whoever signed you up, it could have been yourself at this age group because some of you might actually have your own emails. But whoever signed you up was sent these files. Yes, it's 9:39. We got to get going. All right. So whoever signed you up was sent these files with these very cool problems that Claire wrote, and she did an awesome job writing them. And the solutions were also sent along with it. Okay, so all the answers that we got, and between Claire, Mason, and I, we probably looked at these problems too many times. So we're pretty sure that they work pretty great and have correct solutions. So look for the files from whoever signed you up. They were sent the files. Is that okay, guys? You good? You have fun? Does your brain hurt? A little bit? Okay. So we look forward to seeing you next week for problems from Skylar. She gets to give you problems. And then the next week, Mason gives you problems. We're all about giving each other problems here. All right, so we'll see. Yeah, it's weird, but it's true. All right, so we guys will see you next week. Thank you for joining us.